David Wiseman, the director of Invictus, proved that Harry's scam was foiled by punishing Meg enough. Invictus director David Wiseman recently discussed the possible consequences of Meghan Markle's unusual actions during the Invictus Games. Wiseman, the head of the Invictus Games organization, and a close friend of Prince Harry, described how Harry adopted a novel strategy at his Olympics debut. The Duke of Sussex, according to Wiseman, had a schedule for another Invictus game. Harry's trip to the Warrior Games in 2013 was the inspiration for this strategy. The time period that Harry was thinking about was not completely known to Wiseman and the team at the time. According to Wiseman, we didn't really realize the time frame he had in mind. It was May 2013. We were returned to the Warrior Games that afternoon, and he was on stage on the podium. I think in his speech he wrote, "Look, we want to do this." I think he added his own notes saying that next year, we're going on. We've been like next year for a considerable amount of time with just 3 or 4 of them managing the Invictus Fund, overseeing this ambitious project. They managed to get it up and running by September 2014, and the event took place at the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. It was a close call, but they did it during a casual breakfast discussion. Wiseman shared his experience of being in the United States for the Warrior Games with Prince Harry, emphasized that it was not an official meeting. Harry expressed his enthusiasm for what they had witnessed and proposed the idea of internationalizing the concept, inviting allies and countries from around the world to host it at the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park and ensuring it received wide coverage, including broadcasting. This is when the grand vision of the Invictus Games began to take shape, and it was clear that Harry was dedicated to creating an international platform for veterans. Since Meghan Markle Wiseman became involved, the situation has changed. She shared a number of emails from fans who were worried about the Invictus organization's reputation after the Invictus Games Germany 2020. Some of them even asked for Terry to be removed from his role entirely, but this was a difficult choice given his significant role in its founding. At this point, the board of directors is debating a strategy that would provide him another shot, but it requires Meghan Markle to miss all future tournaments. The heart of the problem lies more in the couple's approach than demonstrating their commitment to veterans. They've been criticized for being too focused on their own image. For example, if they watched their own Invictus documentary, they would have had countless inspiring stories about veterans to share their speeches instead of talking about unrelated topics like milkshakes. They could have honored the veterans who overcame adversity to participate in Invictus. Choosing to wear Invictus gear and mingle with the supporters and workers would have shown a lot more genuine care than the veterans in the game. Furthermore, by walking behind the marching veterans, they could have shown deep respect for those who have sacrificed so much in the ongoing struggle for democracy, actively participating in the war. Join the games instead of focusing on the camera. They'll show their genuine interest in the teams. It's important to maintain professionalism throughout the process, demonstrating their dedication to representing Invictus Games. Unfortunately, their actions sometimes give the impression that they see themselves as a special guest rather than dedicated supporters of the cause. That's a lesson they seem slow to learn.